to basically signal to the cell that this DNA shouldn't be read. So all of this together makes the DNA very difficult to access for the molecular machinery that would harness the code in this DNA. It is switched off, this DNA is silenced. In contrast, the active X chromosome DNA is more spread out. This allows better access to the genes on the chromosome. Histones can be slid along the DNA or removed entirely. And the histone tails have a different modification, signaling this DNA is active. Now, all of this makes it possible for RNA polymerase to access and transcribe this DNA into messenger RNA, which then goes out into the cell and is used to make a protein. Now, what's surprising about X chromosome inactivation is that it seems kind of random which X chromosome wins. I mean, in some cells, dad's X chromosome wins, and in others, mom's X chromosome wins. So this 100-cell embryo ends up with a mixture of active X chromosomes. But from this point forward, as these cells divide, they maintain the active X chromosome that they had inside. So all of the cells with dad's active X chromosome give rise to further cells with dad's active X chromosome. And this continues on into adulthood. So if you could look at a woman's skin and see which X chromosome has been inactivated, you would see a stripy pattern, which shows the growth and migration of all of these first 100 cells when the embryo was just 4 days old. Now, of course, you can't actually see that in humans, but you can see this with calico cats. And that's because the gene for coat color is actually on the X chromosome. So just by looking at the pattern of her spots here, her dark and light spots, you can see where her mom or dad's X chromosome has been inactivated. And this also shows us that only female cats can be calico cats. And that's because, well, only female cats can inherit 2 X chromosomes with 2 different color genes. Now, this is just one really cool example of epigenetics. But epigenetics doesn't normally work on one whole chromosome. In fact, it's at play in all of your chromosomes, turning on and off your genes. For example, it's epigenetics which makes a pancreatic